Hello, hello, hello. We are back. Let's go ahead and boot up some stuff. All right. I hope you are all having a good one. We are back. We are playing the Runemaster. If you guys were here for the end of my stream yesterday, was feeling a little frustrated with the Runemaster, and I do apologize. I feel like I was kind of acting like a baby yesterday playing the Runemaster. I kept complaining, kept throwing Reefer Sage under the bus. Shout out to Reefer Sage for having me play this, because after talking to some people, I need to get outside of my comfort zone a little bit, and that's what Runemaster is. And honestly, I did have fun thinking back to it. It was cool. It was a cool experience. So I know yesterday I said I wasn't going to be playing. Hey, what up, Rinda G? I know I said I wasn't going to be playing Runemaster anymore, but I've changed my mind. I think I need to play Runemaster some more. Just if anything, just so I can be more knowledgeable about the mage, which means I should probably also play Rogue at some point. Hopefully we got some time. Yeah. So to summarize, I was being a big baby about playing the Runemaster, and I'm playing them again. We're getting close to monoliths. Hope you are all having yourselves a good Sunday evening. We are back again for more Runemaster madness. Alright, hello Kick, hello Twitch, hello YouTube. I know I kind of just jumped straight into the I was being a baby, I apologize. I shouldn't say it in a mocking way, then it lessens the actual apology. Okay, so if I remember correctly, we gotta go to like here. Yeah, I think we gotta go here to the Temple of Herot. Real quick before we get started, big shout out to Dubby. We are now sponsored by Dubby. They have given me an affiliate link. They are an energy drink company. I like them a lot, and I enjoy their beverages. I got some right here, and yeah, so if you're over on YouTube, link is in the description down below. Yeah, W has energy. If you're over on YouTube, there's a link in the description already. If you're over here on Twitch, then all you got to do is hit !W, and I'll pull up a link. You guys can go there. You can get yourselves 10% off of W products, sugar-free, no maltodextrin, no artificial colors. The caffeine is derived from coffee, and that's what I like about it. But without further ado, we're going to actually get into some gameplay. And let's get rolling. So we got the Hero Borean Cur. I'm pretty sure I did this one, and I'm pretty sure we rescued the people, so I think we got to go here. Modified the build slightly. I changed some points. Obviously I'm not using a guide. Excuse me. I'm just kind of slapping some stuff together. I do happen to have some good uniques, like this one right here, Liath's Machinations. Changes it into lightning damage. I did pick up this wand from the Gambler. 24% chance to shock, increase elemental damage, and spell critical strike chance. We're at 230 critical strike multiplier. And our spell crit's at 29%. I am using Peak of the Mountain here. I think it's good. We're just not going to be able to leech, because there is a relic you can get that will let you leech. Oh. Almost like a shotgun, right? This is like one of the things I change. I don't know. I kind of liked the... I'll have to play around with that, because that looks like it'd be better for wave clear. I can definitely feel the effect of this wand. Yeah, you know what? This is probably going to be better for just dealing with AoE. Okay. Let us see. What can we do? Buff damage to chilled enemies. Well, they're not chilled anymore. Maybe we should invest into that. You are granted war whenever enemies run through it. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's try this out. Let's take that. Oh man, look at that. That is a sign of beauty right there. I really do like that volcanic orb ability. Now, well, we got these fire runes going. I believe we got to increase mana regen. Yeah. Okay. Oh, what is this, like? Okay, I'll keep taking all these uniques the game wants to keep throwing at me. Okay, that was cool. I saw the fireball cast. Oh, that is beautiful. Okay, this is a good way to apply shock to an enemy. Well, this is definitely the long con here. But I feel like, yeah, there we go. They eventually died. Elemental damage. Did I see a 51% poison resistance? That's a score. We'll take that. 10 ward per second. Oh, that might be good. Well, we're still using this thing. I'm using it because it gave me a +1 to fireball. Increase the health, 10 ward a second. Where are we getting our poison resistance? Oh, we are getting our poison resistance from this guy. So what's this going to give us? It's going to give us cold resistance. Cool. Elemental damage, ignite chance, fat poison resistance. But if I take this away, we're going to be losing a lot of fire resistance. I'll leave it alone for now. Might get some better stuff from the vendors. What are we getting out of this? Oh, okay. Elemental resistance, cold resistance, void resistance. This is all pretty good. Let's take that base crate and then let's take that one down there. So we're still not there on the fire resistance yet. Let's go. Oh, 45. All right. Oh, I'm out of mana. Run away! Hey there, Lord Fatty the Vast. What's up, man? I don't think I've seen you over here. I've seen you on Jericho streams. Well, there, Bike That Babbles. How you doing? How's it going? It's going well, man. How you doing over there on YouTube? Just playing some Last Epoch. Well, that's probably something we should probably check out. Just trying out a Runemaster. I'm such a paladin guy. You've been chilling and such? Oh, all right. Sweet. Sweet, man. Good to see you over here. Thank you. Yeah, trying out Runemaster on Last Epoch. I'm such a paladin guy. Had some people tell me, "Yo, you gotta get outside your comfort zone." Let's leave that there. Let it do its work. Are you going to pop on Jericho's stream later tonight? Possibly. Quite possibly. Depends on what I got going on, but I haven't been in there in a little while, so it'll be good to pop on by, see how he's doing. Is he playing Last Epoch tonight? Seems like every day I tune in, he's playing a different game. And he's got like that rotation going on. No idea. Yeah. You never know what you're gonna get when it comes to Jericho. Okay, let's dump some of this stuff off over here. Let's put that stuff in there. I'm hoping tonight will be Satisfactory, but that's just a dream of mine. That's how you found him, right? You found him on Satisfactory? Okay, armor and reduced damage taken from critical strikes plus void resistance. What do we got on here? We got cold resistance. Do we need cold? Looks like a yes. If I remove this, I lose my +1 to fireball. We can probably live without that. Yeah, I used to play it way too much. I got you. I never played it. The first time I even heard about that game was Jericho's stream. So we are now capped on elemental resistance. We are lacking a little bit on necrotic, and we definitely need physical. I was hoping to swap this out. I say let's just keep rocking with it.
I know things are grave. Of course. If what to be honest, I can't imagine it. But I will take your warnings to heart.
I think I threw the physical ones right here. There we go. Physical. Wait, so you have random stuff and random crap? What's the difference? Either way, I like your style. It's just, I wanted to differentiate between the random stuff and random crap. They're both random. Let me go back over here real quick. Try and turn in some quests. Do you play this game at all, Fatty? Greetings and salutation. How fares the mastering of the runes? It fares pretty well, Air Dragon. How you doing today, man? Yeah, we played it yesterday. Long story short, Air Dragon, I don't know if you're here for any of that. I was being a big whiny baby. This is not my wheelhouse. I love Paladin, so I even said yesterday, I'm not playing Runemaster anymore. And then today I was like, no, we gotta, I gotta know how Runemaster or at least the mage works. That way I can at least give some advice a little bit, like, hey, maybe you should check out this item or this skill, instead of going, I don't know, I don't play mage. So yeah, when I woke up today, I'm like, no, today's stream, we gotta go back to Runemaster. I mean, you could just bend it to your style and make a melee mage. Yeah. I suppose you're right. They got a few abilities for that. Over here, chump. Okay. Let's go in here. Frickin' Sparky. Frickin' Sparky. Sparky the Waffle Dog. Oh, okay. We do this when we get our idle slots, right? Acquire Wingari Bile from Wingari Fortress. Alright. We just gotta get the bile. And then we get our idle slots, which means monolith time! Hey, what up, Merkware? How you doing? You should use Runic Invocation when you have fire light up. There's a reason Hydrahedron is one of the best. Fire light. Okay. Honestly, I was using it as kind of like a passive buff because I was getting the mana regen from that. But let's. Fire, light. Oh, I'm out of mana. light. Boom. Sorry, reverse that. It's light, fire. F. Erican over on YouTube. One moment. I'm on PoE. I'm a PoE player. When I looked at last Epoch, it looks like a skill variety and building super strong build. When I looked at the last Epoch, it looks like skill variety and building super strong builds is not the case. Oh, no, sir. there is a lot of super strong builds, and the skill variety is off the hook. Look at this. So everybody has their own skills, right? Here's all the skills I can have access to, but I could specialize into 5 skills, right? When I click on this, each skill has its own skill tree, and I can completely customize it to do what I want it to do. Like here, I'm using Fireball, but I turn it into Lightning with this tag right here. I added some critical strike chance, I added some extra projectiles, and I turn it into a Blast Wave, as opposed to a single Fireball spell. On top of it, I use these gloves, which further completely turned it into lightning, converted all the ignite chances it would do into shock chance, which reduces their lightning resistance and allows me to apply shock charges on top of it and allow me to gain ward, which is like an overshield. This character, I'm not in in-game yet, so I'm about to get through the campaign to get into the in-game, the beginning of the in-game activities, but there's some pretty super in-depth builds. I'd say that's a shining point of this game. Yeah, I don't know if I said it, Merkware. How you doing, man? You're streaming tonight, right? Yeah, this game is great for build customization. So, Eve Erkin, if you're still there, let me link you something over on my YouTube. I actually have, I have a video on my channel saying, should you buy Last Epoch? And I kind of go into some of the things I just went into with you. Oh, I see. I thought it was much more simple. That's why I said, yeah, no problem. No problem. Check out that video. That's a clip from my live stream where somebody came in. I'm speaking to them from the perspective of a Diablo player because that was the game they played. And I just showed them some of the core mechanics in the game that you'll interact with first. Build diversity, stash tabs, loot filters, that sort of thing that you can do, and maybe that'll pique your interest. Yeah, this game is great for build customization. Yeah, at some point I will be. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I'd like to try and at least check out your stream a little bit tonight because you said you're playing Spellblade. Thank you, Concert. No problem. Thank you for stopping by. I'm always here to answer questions. Any questions you got about Last Epoch, I will do my darndest to answer them. I am fairly knowledgeable about the game, but I can always learn more. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm playing this class. I'm a Paladin main. I've made a ton of Paladin, I've played a ton of Paladin. I've made a couple Paladin builds, but I'm trying to branch out because if anybody ever has a question about Mage, I'm like, what? Yeah, I'm living Spellblade. I think I'm just going to push hard and see where I can take it corruption-wise, or at least take it to around 300 to 400 corruption for cycle start prep. Yeah, I think that's a good goal to set for yourself. I do know that they said they're going to be changing how corruption works. Erkin, if you're still there, there is no difficulty slider in the game. The corruption, the difficulty is endless. There's a mechanic in the game called corruption. You keep pushing the corruption as far as you can. And the enemies just keep getting harder and harder. And then on top of it, there is an arena mode in the game where you can just survive as many waves as possible and get onto a leaderboard potentially. The modifiers no longer scale with corruption, but corruption scales life and damage harder. Oh, is it like tier maps? Yeah, a little bit like tier maps in PoE. I'm not super familiar with the mapping system in PoE, but the end game is very similar to maps from what I've been told. So kind of, Merkware says it is similar to tier maps. Yes. Okay. Cool. That's why that's why I love having PoE players here in the chat who also play Last Epoch, because my knowledge and understanding of PoE is not very vast. But these guys usually jump in and help me out. Appreciate it, Merkware. Corruption with Empowered is like juicing the maps in PoE. There we go. Okay, cool, cool. Thank you, Air Dragon. TLDR, the only thing that really changes for pushing corruption, monsters do more damage and have more HP. Yeah, yeah. Oh, we got it. Okay, cool. What about the cosmetic shop? Yeah. So the only cosmetics in the game, Irkin, the only excuse me, I'm so sorry. The only microtransactions in the game is cosmetics. It is, I will say, a little bit simpler right now, but they do have a few supporter packs, which comes with something like this. Why is it? Oh, I'm already in town. You can choose cosmetics that change the way your teleport looks, your town portal looks. You can also get like some back swag, like what I got on right now. And you can also get a pet. Pet does nothing. He just floats there and looks pretty, or depending on what kind of pet you got. There are some pre-order bonuses with like some armor sets that you can put on. If we go over the appearance tab, so I can equip, if I had an armor cosmetic, I can put it right there. I can put on my back swag, and you can look different with the armor sets. Currently spending time organizing your stash. Yeah. Here's one good thing about stash tabs here in Last Epoch. They are infinite as far as I'm aware of. I know somebody who's got like 120 stash tabs. Completely customizable. You can search for what you're looking for. I can be like, I'm looking for boots. All the stash 200 is the limit. Got it. Thanks, Niche. So you can look over here in the corner. I typed in boots. Now whenever I look through all my stash tabs, you can see all sorts of boots that are in there. Everything else is blacked out. There's all my boots. I can name the categories. I can put stash tabs in the categories, name them, divide them the way I want, that sort of thing. All right, I think I'm done dying. All of that is explained in that video I shared with you. I was talking too fast. Well, heavy lurking. Still trying to wrap up chores for the weekend here, but not fully. Appreciate the lurk, Air Dragon. Niche, welcome back. How do I want to customize this? Well, let's do that. Yeah, we can do that. Last longer, bigger area of effect. So we got those ones. We can do damage and spell range. Let's put some points there. Apologize for all the coughing. I think I'm better now. Thank you. We can buy stash tabs with in-game currency. Yep. It costs gold right there. It does not use any sort of real world money transaction currency in the game. It just uses in-game currency that you can earn. San Gon Omiya Coco. Coco, is that you and you just changed your name? Wow, you like that? You like that, Irkin? Yeah. I thought the stash tabs were endless. Niche just corrected me. Oh yeah, that's Coco. I'll be half lurking. Organizing stash tabs. Appreciate it, Merkware. So Niche corrected me. There is, and I appreciate that, Niche. Thank you. I don't want to keep telling people it's unlimited stash tabs when in fact it's not. So yeah. Up to 200 stash tabs. You can customize them any way you want. I can name this one Irkin. I can give it a symbol. I can give it a color. Bam. Now there's an Irkin stash under the random crap. I don't know if I want that there. I don't want to associate your name with random crap. We'll just name that one stash tab. There we go. Let's go over to here. We'll do Irkin. That's the name of the category now. There you go, Irkin. You got your own category in the game now. At least in my world. Named it Irkin. We got the good stuff. We can put stuff in there. Ow. Yeah. I didn't want to. I realized, I'm like, wait. Coco wanted to confuse people. How be bike be good. Rinda G gifted a tier 1 sub to Merkware. Wow. Thank you so much, Rinda G. Yeah. By the way, Merkware, you got a gift from my wife. Rinda G85, she's the moderator of this chat, and she's also my wife. She must like you. My new favorite Twitch emote. Sup, brat? And that's all of our idle slots. Yeah. Hey, so Irkin, if you ever played Diablo 2, and if you ever use the charm system, you know, you put them here in your inventory, they take up space, but they give you a passive buff. Last Epoch did the same thing with the charm system, except they called them idols, and you got your own tab over here for idols. You got a limited amount of space. It takes strategy to maximize it and put stuff in there, but they can give you passive buffs. So that's an added layer to build complexity. And we're ready for monoliths. We are ready for monoliths. Sup, bruh? Happy Sunday, gents. Hey, what up, Typical Outlaw? How you doing, man? It was fun chilling in your stream yesterday. Can also enable builds like Smite proc on Throne Attack. Yeah, they can really they can completely change your build, Irkin. Like, I think I got, I have an idol in here. Yeah, right here. So I'm using an ability called Frostwall. But if I use this idol, I can convert it to fire damage now. 100% of the damage is now converted to fire, all because I equipped this idol. Probably not going to use this idol, but nonetheless, the damage is now converted. All because I used this one idol. It's fabulous. Yeah, had a good convos. It was chill. Yeah, Outlaw, that was such a good stream yesterday, man. You handled everything like a champ, bro. I really like your style, man. Big shout out to Typical Outlaw. All right, we're ready to go back to the end of time. Looks like this game has taken the best aspects of other ARPG games and combined them. Yeah, for sure. For sure. They've added a bit of their own twist, but they've also they've got respect for the greats that came before them, and they were able to seamlessly fold it all into their game. Oh, an idol that does what a skill point does. That is cool. Yeah. Save yourself the skill point if you want. I think I still got the idol on. Let's check it out. Yeah, now it's fire. So let me take it off. And now it's back to lightning. my guy might not be ready for Monolith. This is a little crazy. We definitely gotta work. I gotta work out my mana problems. Yeah, these guys are pretty thick. They're also level 58. I'm level 45. Man, it could be rough early for Mage. Yeah, I'm learning that the hard way. You know, being such a Paladin stan. Mana? What? I mean, yeah, you do got to worry about it. Are you expecting anything that refunds it? I think I will have to take a look in a moment. I can't even use any of the stuff they're dropping. We'll utilize focus or mana strike until unlock skill nodes. That makes sense. And Rune Bolt? Okay, I'll definitely look into Rune Bolt. I'm not high enough level for any of that. Keeps getting crazier and crazier. Ah! Also, with your playstyle, you might like light, fire, light. Okay. Let me see if I can try that. Light, fire, light. Oh, I see. Okay. And then you said the other one was light, light, fire? The Hydrahedron? Yeah, okay. Light, light, fire. Disco Mage is a Pog build I want to try at some point. But I don't know. You don't know when you'll get around to it? Hydrahedron is the turret that... Oh, okay. I've seen that before. Hydrahedron is lots of DPS. So, light, fire, runic. Okay. I don't think that did that. So, fire, light. That's not it. That was cool, though. Hydrahedron is light, fire, light, fire. There it is. Hey, Light, fire, fire. Let's get it. Hey, thank you so much, Kicked It. Hello, how are you doing? Yes, actually, my... yes, actually, my name. We're doing great today. How are you doing today, sir? Or ma'am, or person? We literally just got the monoliths. We are level 46, and a bit of a doozy. Killing your mana by using volcanic orb, not a great ability. I like volcanic orb, but if I'm just going to be doing something with, if I'm just going to be trying to feed it into runic invocation, then I'm probably going to need something else, because yeah, 67 mana is a lot. No problem. Just started playing Runemaster myself after learning. Cool. I played this a bit. Got to mid-tier monos, waiting for 1.0. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Thanks. I had it down to muscle memory on my hotbar. I was having trouble telling it without having it in front of me. I played minions like a lazy person. Hey, you're not lazy for playing minions. They could actually take some work having to direct them and telling them where to go and everything. All right, so let's see what kind of... So we got Fireball. We could use Flame Ward, but that's a huge... Fair, but what other build can you eat a sandwich while farming? Warpath. You know I'm right. Especially if you got a mouse with a couple buttons. Guessing you're American. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Yes, I am American. No, I played Warpath for a while. I played Paladin Warpath. Now, if you bind like the button you use for volatile reversal onto your mouse, oh, then you're set, man. Volatile reversal, Warpath, eat a sandwich. Netherlands, live in the UK, married to an Irish woman to make things complicated. So, you know, you got yourself a nice spectrum of European life right there. Flame Rush. I see I played Elemental Nova, Necro Build, and Dot Lich. Ooh, nice. I've played Golem, Necromancer. I've played a ton. When you were talking about classes in some part of your video, Forge Guard seemed a little incomplete to me. Like, it will be a tank, but it is not. Likewise, it seems like it will be a Necro, but not. Yeah. Chatterbox. What in the world is going on here? Coming in here, dropping a 10 bomb on chat. Holy smokes, Chatterboxy, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, Erkin, I was just kind of going over a base overview of what some of the class, like how you can definitely change. Like you got the 5 base classes, but then you also have the masteries. How going into Paladin is not necessarily the same as going into Forge Guard and that sort of thing, and they all have the same identity, but they're all kind of under the same base class. Forge Guard, I haven't played a ton of. I know that they do have like some minion aspects to it, and for what I've seen, they can get pretty tanky, but I'm not as familiar with that. I just threw that out as a brief example during that video for that gentleman who had come in and was asking about the game. Hey, it goes to Kicked It. Oh, geez. Hey, can we get some hype in the chat? Let's go. Twitch popping off over here. Oh, yeah, by the way, thank you, Streamlabs. We are partnered with Dubby. They are an energy drink company. They provided me with a link and a code for 10% off if you wish to purchase it. They are great. I'm drinking it right now. Sugar-free, no maltodextrin, no artificial colors. Love the flavors and appreciate the opportunity. If you're over here in Twitch, the link is in the chat. If you're over on YouTube, the link is in the description. Thank you very much to Dubby. Oh, man. That was a lot. Jeez. Thank you so much, Chatterboxy. I appreciate it. And you have taken first place on the gift leaderboard. New follower goes to Yes Actually Manamo and kicked it. Became a subscriber before they became a follower. Last Epoch community is strong. Oh. Yes. I think they ship all over the world, but they are a smaller company, and I believe it would get pretty expensive to... Well, I don't know what it would take to ship to the... LE community is great. Yeah, for sure. That's 11 gifted subs within the first hour, man. You guys are awesome. 15 for 5. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I know they got a warehouse here in California, so it gets to me pretty quick. I didn't know what it would be like for the rest of the world. I figured it'd be the same price here in the United States. Okay. So who are you and what games do you main? Okay, I believe my stash is organized. All right, let's go Merkware. Yes, actually, Manamo. Okay, I'm just gonna call you Actually for right now. So Actually, now that's even more confusing. I'm Babbly Bike. I namely play Last Epoch. I do kind of branch out every once in a while. I like Hunt Showdown. That's a first-person shooter. I like those sort of like wave survival roguelikes like Vampire Survivors and Death Must Die. Death Must Die is definitely a recent one that I've been playing. I've made some content for that game as well, but for the most part I keep it locked in here to Last Epoch. So there's no pay to win in this game at all because you pay the game in the first place and that's it. Yeah, Erkin, that's it. You pay for the game, and if you want to invest any more money into the game, you can buy an Ultimate Edition, a Deluxe Edition, or you can buy some cosmetics, but that's it. There's only cosmetics. There's no like pay for convenience or stash spaces or you know, make a craft go faster. That's it. The money is you buy the game, and then there's some cosmetics if you want to look pretty. Oh, cool. Soulstone Survivors is a nice one too. I'll have to check that one out. Battling Bike is definitely not going to play at LE launch. Wait. You saying I'm not going to play Last Epoch at launch? I love Halls of Torment, Erkin. I love it. I was playing last week and I just completed the one the map, the bridge map. I just beat it with the fire guy. The guy who shoots out fire. I couldn't believe it. It was rough. Yeah. I definitely love Halls of Torment, Erkin. Yeah, no pay to win. Kappa. I love RPGs like Diablo 2, and I have an unhealthy relationship with Rocket League. Rocket League was cool. I didn't play it that much. Fire Guy is OP. Fire Guy is OP. I love him. All right, you guys were recommending that I try out a fire skill that is not Volcanic Orb. Space Trucker, thank you for the follow over on Twitch. Got like 10k hours into the game. What's up? Catching stream for the first time. Hey, appreciate it, Space Trucker. How you doing today? Elemental Nova is pretty fun if you like getting up in your face. I love Paladin, so yeah. Otherwise, Fireball works. I'm using Fireball, but you see I'm using Lyeth's Machinations here, which has converted it into Lightning along with this node. Doing good. Hope your day is going well. My day is going amazing. Thank you very much, Space Trucker. Okay, so let's try Elemental Nova here. Nova, but take the node where it's not all around you. Okay. And then somebody was saying I gotta check out Roombolt. I think Air Dragon was saying I gotta check out Roombolt. It's gonna take a while for me to get to. This one was giving me health. I can also dump 4 points into here for the critical strike multiplier. It looks like much solid and grind to win game compared to Lost Ark. I played Lost Ark for a little while, so I didn't really get super deep into the if there's any pay to win aspects. It did feel like it was a grind though. This game can get grindy as well, but I feel like it's bite sized. Especially once you get to the end game, you could be like, I want to run 20 maps. You run 20 maps, your session is done. I work full time, so starting tomorrow, I'm back to work and I'll be streaming for a few hours. But Lost Ark has huge pay to win. Oh, okay, typical Outlaw. I wasn't exactly sure. I don't want to accuse the game of being pay to win. Easier than Path of Exile, harder than Torchlight. Gotcha. Roughest part of last Epoch is optimization, but they're working on it. You mean like performance optimization? Yes, actually, Manamo. Fantastic game, but it's a rich man's game. Oh, what? Lost Ark? It seemed pretty smooth when I played it. All right, let's try that. I'm not spec'd into Nova. I'm just going to give it a try. So let's go over here to this one. Oh, I see. I have to be like super close. Oh, but I can't do specific combos with it. There we go. Yeah. I'm probably better off with Volcanic. Oh, whoops, I'm hitting the wrong one. There's another that lets you push it far. Yeah, I'm not spec'd into it. I was just seeing what it does. Okay, that's something I'll definitely investigate. Let me use this for right now. I'm excited to play this game. I want to play with a couple buddies, but I heard like 3 to 4 player co-op is not really stable or optimized. They're working on it. Better with an empty slot than Volcanic. You think I'm better off with an empty slot than Volcanic? I got you, Niche. Skills can change massively based on investments. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it does just take such a huge amount of... If I can be super tanky Paladin, I'll definitely buy the edition, the Ultimate Edition. Paladin can get absolutely tanky for sure. That's my main love right there. I love Paladin in the game. You can build the shield, you can stack your armor super high, you can be a veritable tank. Actually, I got a Paladin build. It's going to come out tomorrow on my YouTube. It's like 36 minutes long of me just explaining what everything does. Okay. Yeah, I see what you mean, though, with Volcanic Orb being that expensive. You do not have a 36-minute attention span. Well, that's all good. It's timestamped, so if you just need to know, like, the gear... all right, you got me. If you just need to know what the gear is, you can check it out. Yes, at the moment, multiplayer is buggy, but is better than what it... yeah, it's definitely better than what was first released. It's gotten a little bit better. What's behind me? Yeah, I got some Funko Pops behind me. I got the Voltron crew, so I got Voltron and the Paladins. Get it? Yeah, I love Paladins. So I got Voltron and all of the Paladins, and I also got Post Malone, Piccolo, and Roy Batty and Rick Deckard from Blade Runner. You got some Star Wars ones? My wife and I have collected a ton. Oh, you're a holy knight in real life? Yeah. That's right. I hope so. I'll definitely be playing with one friend, so I kind of need it to work. Hey, day one, I can't tell you what it's going to be like for sure. It's a toss-up. The devs did say, hey, if anything, this game has an offline mode. I mean, that's not perfect, but we've all seen launches in the past. I'm going to be honest, I have faith in them. Just keep in mind it's early access, so if it isn't going to work, it will. Day one will be crazy, kind of an ROI type of thing, but no game ever had a good launch with the hype this game has, like its stocks. Apparently, they already sold 1 million copies. 1 million copies of Last Epoch have been sold? Last I checked, the peak concurrence on the game was 40,000. Now, obviously, that doesn't mean max copies sold. Whew. Someone posted a picture of that. Right. I get it. So you're just passing on the information in case it's true. Well, in February, it won't be early access anymore. That's right. Typical Outlaw. 1 million copies is great. Yeah, I 100% agree. If it's true, I mean, with the amount of hype this game is getting, I can believe. I can definitely believe 1 million copies. Man. Dude, guys, this is going to be wild when the game launches. If that 1 million number is true. Jeez. It's close to a WoW expansion launch. I can believe it. 563,000 sold according to Steam. Can you explain your build a little bit? My build is... I'm a new... This is a new... So I'm not following a build guide. I slapped some gear together. This is not a finalized build. I've just filled in the places. Asmongold will play on launch, so we'll likely have 50,000 people buying it on launch day. Yeah, for sure, niche. I'm trying out the character to see what works for me. The only thing with this build that I think is going to be a constant is probably Lyeth's Machinations. It's a unique. It's like a legendary from Diablo. I blanked on that so hard. It's changed my fireball into a lightning ball, basically. And this character can cast spells. It's like an invoker from Path of Exile. Can cast spells and develop these rune words over here. And then they can cast a new spell depending on what the variation of runes are. Large streamers hopping on something definitely helps. Look at Pal World. Yeah, look what happened to Pal World. Okay, February 2023, they posted on the forums, they sold 500,000 copies. And that's... Okay, I could definitely believe 1 million copies. For sure, I'm right there with you, Merkware. I'm 100% there with you, Merc. Yeah, so my build is not much of anything right now. This is just stuff that I've slotted in there to try and pump up the damage of Fireball and just make everything work. I'm at the very beginning stages of in-game, so I'm kind of going through the different maps. Every time I go to a new map, the enemies get a modifier that lasts for a couple echoes, but I also get better item rarity drops and XP. With the hype of the past month, it's definitely gone up a bunch. Yeah, the past month, it was popping off for sure. No, it doesn't have much direction at all, Merkware. I'm not following a guide. I just slapped some pieces together. Right now, Fireball's the only thing that I'm actually invested in with the gloves and with my chest piece, but it doesn't have much of a direction, and I'm not necessarily married to Fireball. It was just, oh, this is a cool unique. Let me put it together. Oh, I turn it into lightning. Maybe I can make these boots work. Honestly, I think their trade system made it pop off. Oh, yeah, when they announced that and everybody was reading with the whole trading factions and everything. Recently did a Fireball Sorcerer to Empowered. Oh, nice. So I've converted Frostwall into lightning. What? I mean, we could probably convert it into fire, and this could be a good way to get fire. It's nice to build some own builds. You can't make anything yourself in PoE, at least for yourself. I would say Last Epoch is pretty good. You can build just about whatever and make it to empowered monoliths. So what I'm doing right now is regular monoliths. And then what happens is after you complete all that, they become empowered monoliths where they're much stronger. The corruption's higher. You can push the corruption in infinitely. When I did that the first time, I actually referenced a guide after making it to empowered monoliths. And then I used that sort of information to start kind of like, all right, this is a good idea. Let me see if I can do this with another build. Oh, that's a good idea. And so I use guides for a little bit, but eventually I'm just doing my own stuff. In PoE, there are some meta builds that you have to follow if you want it to be smooth. Yeah, well, also, in this game, you can respec unlimited amount of times. It's my understanding in PoE, you only got so many times to respec before you got to start a new one. So I can understand not wanting to invest hardcore into a character. And, like, experimenting and trying out all this different stuff. And then it's like, oh, whoops, that didn't work. Oh, you can respec infinitely in PoE? Then that's my misunderstanding. Is it expensive in PoE? I have no idea. I didn't even know you could. So the best thing I could suggest for making a build in LE is try and pick a core skill, then look for things that feed heavily into that in some form or support or increase survivability. A full respec is expensive in PoE. Understood. But if you are newer, it's on the expensive side. I got it. Like in PoE. Oh, okay, never mind. I already read that one. Yeah, I feel like it's not very expensive in this game to respec. What about a brand new gamer? I don't think it's too bad. Respec is pretty cheap in LE in my opinion. I remember the first time I respect, it cost me like, for a full respec, less than like what, 20, 30,000 gold. By that point I had it. Is it true that Last Epoch has a few things that can't be changed in your build? Your mastery can't be changed in your build, that's it. At least I don't have to use 10 other programs to build a character. Yeah, for sure. Respecting your campaign can be problematic if you dump your main ability, but in Empowered, you can drop an ability and get it back in 20. Yeah. I really like this wall right here. Honestly, I don't see the point in having volcanic orb. Let's just despecialize it. If anything, I could take flame aura. Well, before I do that, let me look and see. 3 times fire also gives you a massive fireball. Yeah, that was fun when I was just running pure fireball. I could also just do focus. Honestly, focus might be better. Okay. Okay, let's just go with that for right now. So we can take some ignite chance. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's pump that up, get our mana refunded. Oh wait, whoops. And we got our mana back. There we go. I'm just gonna get my mana back. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Whoever recommended focus, thanks. I think that's working out a bit better than Flame Ward. Okay, what are we doing? Well, let's see if we can't pick up some more physical idols. It's a little wonky to get used to focus, but it's super nice once you get used to it. Yeah. I mean, I could definitely tell that once you get into a rhythm of things, you'll be set. So that puts our physical up there. Okay, looks like we're doing all right. Hey. Yeah, okay. Flame War's probably stronger. Bro, the rogue is low-key badass. I have so many ballistas and poisons everywhere. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, Outlaw. Yeah, because on your stream yesterday, you only got you got a little bit in, but then it was like, it's time for bed. So that one's giving us some cast speed. Okay, ward. You gain ward every 2 seconds. Increase mana regen. We could probably take that one. Double with Gone Rune on Room Bolt. Can you trade items with players? So right now, the only way you can trade items with players is if you're playing with them, the item drops, you're there, they're there, you pick it up, you can give it to them. But on release, they're gonna have factions in the game. They're gonna have a trading faction, and then they're gonna have a it's not exactly a solo self-found faction, but that's what people are calling it. It's called the Circle of Fortune. And basically, Circle of Fortune's like the system we have now, except you get better drop rates. But you can't sell those items on the bazaar. The trade faction is you can trade openly with anybody, and then they're going to have a bazaar, also pretty much an auction house, and you can put items up for sale. If you buy an item on the auction house, you get that item, but it can't be resold on the auction house. So there's not going to be anybody, you know, out here trying to flip items on the auction house. Seeing somebody who has something that they don't realize is valuable, they buy it, then turn around and flip it. You can't do that. So there'll be 2 different factions, and the devs have said you can switch between either of them openly, and you gain experience, reputation, favor with each faction. And you do that by just playing through the game, and you'll level up each faction eventually. They did say it will take some time to level up the factions, but yeah, it'll have an in-game auction house if you're a part of the trade faction. I'm going Circle of Fortune. Like, play the game like I'm already playing right now, except I get better drop rates. Yes, please. Let's destroy that. But you can play, but both can play in the same group, right? Yeah, you can have somebody who is part of the trading faction play with somebody who is in the Circle of Fortune faction, except every item's going to be faction tagged. So, like, let's say and this is my own understanding. If somebody's in the chat, they can correct this if I am wrong. So, like, let's say I'm playing a Circle of Fortune, and you're playing as the trading faction, and we're both playing, and I find an item. Well, since I'm currently pledged to the Circle of Fortune faction, that item that I found is going to be faction tagged with Circle of Fortune. So I can trade it to you like how we can now with the whole gifting system, but you have to be the proper level yourself in the Circle of Fortune. Even though you're currently in the Merchants Guild, you can still use that Circle of Fortune item, but you got to make sure that you are proper level in the Circle of Fortune. So it's going to be good to have levels in both as you're playing through the game. I don't think it'll be a good idea just to be, I'm straight Circle of Fortune and I'm straight Merchant's Guild. Because you might get items from your friends or something, and they're playing one faction to the other, and you don't want to be like, well, I can't use this. Okay, looks like I'm getting a slight correction here. Mercware, not all items will necessarily be faction tagged. You can only use those items if you're currently using the faction, though. Currently, so if so even if I have levels in Circle of Fortune, but I'm currently tagged for Merchant's Guild, if there's items that I have that are tagged for Circle of Fortune, I can't use it, even though I have the proper levels in it. And I'm currently pledged to the Merchants faction. Correct. Ooh, interesting. So, yes, slight correction then. I would have to swap to it. That's going to make it very interesting. So, it might be... You might end up only being pledged to one. Like, if all my best gear is Circle of Fortune and I want to go level up Merchant Guild, that'll be interesting. Okay, well, thank you very much, Mercware. I appreciate that. It's shared across all... Yeah, it is shared across all characters. It's not per character. My intention is Circle of Fortune, mainly. I'll level Merchant Guild to sell uniques, potentially. I got you. I definitely want to try both, but I'm going to be starting off Circle of Fortune. Appreciate that, Niche. Thank you. Oh, like items got some sort of watermark in it, so you can't give your item unless other players in the same factions level with yours. That is my understanding. Level at MG character to buy tabs. Like, if I drop a 3 LP cleaver that's not faction tagged, I could maybe get like 3 or 4 million gold or whatever for it, which is just nice. Which is nice for stash tabs or key. Yeah. Level a Merchant Guild character to buy your stash tabs. Feed your stash tab addiction. Yeah. Yeah. So some of the guys here in chat have corrected me. They said that not all items will be faction tagged, but if it does have a faction tag, you're gonna have to be the proper. You're gonna have to be not only pledged to that guild to use it, but you're gonna have to have the proper levels in that faction to use it. Can we still trade with, like, let's say we're playing with our friends and they're straight Merchant's Guild and I'm straight Circle of Fortune? Can I still give them that item? They can't sell it if it's Circle of Fortune, but can they have it and they just can't use it unless they level up Circle of Fortune? Okay, yeah, so it might have a watermark, but we can still trade. They just can't use it until they've made until they've pledged to the Circle of Fortune. They can use it on a different character or swap guilds. Understood. So, like, solo self-found mode is for people who don't want to get into the trade system, for sure. There is solo self-found in Last Epoch, but it also... solo self-found in Last Epoch also means you can't play with anybody. Not only can you not trade with people, you can't play with anybody. I've tried this. I've tried making a SSF character and playing with somebody, and they won't even let you play with somebody, so... From my limited understanding, you can also gift items to friends, but needs another form of reputation favor, I think it's called. I think that's going to be the resonances. Yeah, you get the resonances. I think that's going to be the main form of trading with your friends. So you can gift items to friends if they're in the same session with you, but if you've played with them long enough and you have some resonances built up, you can just send it to them. They don't have to be there. Yeah, it's a consumable item. And when you use that, how does that work? Is that the only way you can trade? No, there's going to be a whole trading guild. And then if you're playing with somebody and a piece of loot drops, you can gift it to them like we can now. Like what's currently in the game. the gifting system's not going away from my understanding. You still have to trade in person, but you can trade items that dropped when your friend wasn't online. Yeah, yeah. Either people can't swap factions every time to get the benefits of both. It's actually smart because bots can't farm items to sell, right? Yeah, I think the way they set up the game is they wanted to make sure bots don't just control the whole trading aspects of the game. If your buddy is gone for a day and you play solo but get a really good item for him, you can trade it. Oh, so if you party up and any loot drop with your friends, it's fair game, but when they're offline, you can't gift them without a resonance, correct? Yeah, do we know if Merchant's Guild can just openly trade at any point? Or does everything have to go through the bazaar? Right. That's exactly right, Space Trucker. A cost favor. Okay. But yes, they can openly trade, but every trade costs favor. Well, that's good. That way you're not just trading stuff back and forth all the time. And favors earned through just playing through the game, yeah. Would have to go through Bazaar if you don't have any residences. Okay. Yeah, we're getting close to Room Bolt. Let's just put teleport up there. Oh, I'm definitely going to want the increased cooldown knockback on arrival. So we'll take that. Game is quite solid. Shame I didn't see it before. Hey, no worries, Erkin. No worries. Since regardless of cost favor, that would not be a really reason to space trigger. It's a way to prevent market manipulation. Yeah. Okay, I gotta at least start upgrading some of this gear. Resonances don't cost favor, right? Alright, looks like we can get out of here. Let me grab this stuff. Traded items would be Merchant's Guild tagged, so the alt characters need to be Merchant Guilds as well. Can you use trade items in different characters? Is a character locked or account locked? You can, nice, but the trade items would be merchant tags, so all characters need to be. Yeah, but Merkware, the guilds, they're account bound, not character bound. You can just swap to it on that character. Or is that what you're saying? Progression is account bound, but that character would have to be swapped to it. Urkin, is it hard to farm gold in the game? In my opinion, no. I mean, I play the game a decent amount. I'm sitting on 5 mil, which is pretty good. And there's a blessing you can take in the game. So what I'm doing right now, I'm doing the monoliths. After I complete this timeline, I'll get my choice of a blessing. And it's random. You only get to choose like from 4 no 3. You get to choose from 3 when you're doing regular monoliths, and there's like 9 blessings. So it'll randomly give you it'll randomly show you 3 of the 9 blessings. And one of them is increased gold drop. Now almost nobody takes that. They take the one that drops more uniques, but I don't feel like farming for gold's too hard in this game. Gold economy might change a lot in 1.0. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of wealthy players walking around here with tons of gold. Yeah, because right now there's one like really good gold sink. It's a dungeon. You go through the dungeon, at the end is this vault, and you can customize the rewards that are in the vault. It'll just ask you a series of questions and ask, you want to have this added to the vault? You not want that added? Blah 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 blah. I was playing it like yesterday. I easily dropped over 1 mil on one vault run. I just 1 million gold. I typically like to save that for stash tabs, but yeah. So you got that. You got your stash tabs. Those are your 2 main gold sinks, and then the trading's gonna be pretty nuts. And obviously, the higher level you are and the higher monoliths you're running, I feel like you get a lot more gold. Like, for a long time, I was kind of sitting on I don't know, like 1,000,000 gold. And it wouldn't budge much because I was buying stash tabs and stuff. But then when I started playing higher level characters and I was pushing that corruption really high, I felt like I was coming into a lot of gold. Yeah, one simple blade is going to be 100k for sure. You can easily get 20 to 30k gold per echo once you get to 200 plus corruption. Yeah, I feel like it adds up super fast at 200 plus corruption. Yeah, I got a Void Knight. I got a Void Knight that I like to play. I typically farm in the 300 to 500 corruption range with that guy. Those dungeons can be easily 5,000,000 gold a pop. Yeah, seriously. I had to restrain myself. I was like, oh, I want to get that one and that one. All right, well, we're level 51. Dude, like, how long have we been in Monoliths? Like, I feel like we got here less than an hour ago. And we got like 5 levels, and half the time I've been like, wow, chat, that's crazy. I mean, if I was sitting here just hardcore farming, yeah, but I appreciate this. I've played this game a ton, so I like talking with you guys. I like talking with you guys a lot. He's kind of giving me the business here. And he did. I'm learning heavily toward. You're leaning heavily towards cycles starting on a Spellblade, not gonna lie. That'll be cool, man. Surge's big numbers. I'm sad that there's a time difference. It's 4 a.m. here. Yeah, it's 5:02 p.m. here. 11-hour difference between us. Sorry, man. Merkware, thank you for the follow. Yeah, I thought you followed last night too. That's no problems. No worries. Thank you for following. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's already 5 followers on the day. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate it. You guys have been awesome. For sure. Shadow Strike at the moment. Ah! Shadow Strike Spellblade. When will you upload the Paladin guide? It's done. It's on YouTube. It will go live tomorrow at 6 a.m. Pacific. So add 11 hours to that. So it'll go live at 5 p.m. for you tomorrow. And it's an in-game build guide. It's not like a general, this is how you play Paladin. It's very specific. It's very specific to that build. It's not like, hey guys, so if I'm playing Paladin, I'm going to start off by doing... No. It's like, here's the in-game stuff. Here's the corruption I'm clearing. Go blow some stuff up. And it's a... the guide is more of a way to give you guys ideas. Because that build I made in an hour on stream, slapping some gear and looking at the abilities going, that would work together, that would work together. It could definitely use some refinement, but I was clearing like 250, 300 corruption with it easy. We might not be making it out of this one. Run! Oh, God. Oh, golly. Yeah. But here, Erkin, I can give you a sneak peek if you want, just to see what it does. I could also show you guys my Void Knight I keep talking about all the time. So here we go, level 100 Paladin, max level in the game. The Paladin build and the Void Knight build are actually very similar. They even share some of the same gear. Let me see, we were doing Blood and Frost. So if I show you guys Void Knight, I have to be like, hold on, let me send some of this gear back over to Void Knight. Okay, so we're at 246 corruption. Let's do this real quick. There's like some good enemies. Good chatting with you. All right. Catch you later, Merkware. Thanks for coming on by. Do they have the ability to chill? And basically you build up stacks of multi-strike, you drop an abyssal echoes, void cleave, you move on with your life. I mean, you can start building corruption before that, but there's no point. In regular monoliths, it's capped at 50. When you get into empowered monoliths, it's unlimited. Yeah, so that's the build that was made on stream. All right, I got the game, found my streamer. We got to chat more later these days. Yeah, for sure, Erkin. I stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Whatever platforms you preferred, feel free to come on back. Thanks for dropping by. Glad I could tell you about the game. I know I'm gonna be wanting to play Void Knight here soon. I feel like this Paladin build is pretty much set. Let's send back what was Void Knight specific, which I believe was that stuff. Let's go pull up Void Knight. He's gonna look kind of weird right now because half his gear is missing. He looks half naked. Yep. Okay, so that was under Erkin. Bam, there you go. Bam, bam, bam. This guy's foot of the mountain. We can find a... We got a better pair of foot mountain feet. Was 60? Oh no, I'm probably gonna need that. Yeah, never mind. We'll keep that. Let's look for apathy. There we go. That's it. That's the business. Let's see where we are. So this Void Knight build is pretty similar to that Paladin build I showed you guys, but it's got one divining. Well, we're at 400 corruption. All right, let's see how well we do. We're missing some. Oh no, yeah, that's right. That's right. The Paladin just has more health. So in this build, instead of Void Cleave being like the main damage dealer, it's the setup. Erasing Strike is the main damage dealer. And he's dead. Good old Erasing Strike. Yep. 400 corruption. Alright. So that's what I normally play. I normally play Sentinels. That's why my gameplay on Runemaster is looking very subpar. But we're getting there. Thank you for all the tips that you guys have been giving me. And I mean tips like, hey, stupid, do this instead. This guy looks like such a Chad. We'll do that, and now we are back to good old-fashioned Runemaster. Definitely gonna have to stop and take a look and make some changes. That last echo we did here on Runemaster was pretty rough. Casting Teleport converts a percentage of your current health into twice as much ward. Increase elemental damage after casting. That could be fun. We can get some resistances. Teleport creates a mirror image where you arrive. Mirror images count as minions and taunt near. Oh, this could be a lot of fun. Grabbing that node. Let's grab that one. Haste after channeling. I like that idea. Yeah, we died there. Oh, it's because they had 100% critical strike chance. Oops. I don't have crit strike avoidance. Mobby. Oh, yeah, yeah. There actually is a point to pick these up right now. I mean, extra health regen. That could be good. I mean, we'd have to give that up. Right now, this is a big source of our movement speed, but all it really does is shock. Okay, well, so if I take that off and we go back to just straight lightning, cool, we can actually get Room Bolt now. What do I mean, I have been liking that. What is Room Bolt? Room Bolt costs nothing. Okay, let's try out good old Room rune bolt here. Okay. And then we can see if we want to build into it. I like the fact that it costs nothing. Do we even have to spend time killing that guy? No. Oh, whoops. Wrong button. Let's swap that back to that. Oh, whoops, I didn't charge it long enough. Okay, let's see what we can invest in a rune bolt. Okay, so mana chance gain. Alright, we can gain mana with rune bolt. Nice. Cast speed, haste chance. You can turn it into... rune bolt deals more fire damage. Increases to fire damage, but not increases to cold damage. So it will completely remove the frost cold part of rune bolt, make it pure fire. So you can turn everything into pure fire. It'll be a pure fire bolt. Rune bolt is now cast in a sequence with the same order of your most recent invocation. Oh. Okay. Echomancy. So, like, let's say, Hold on, somebody's at my door. Come on in. Rune Bolt is a typical utility spell. Generates mana, generates runes in the order you want, applies debuffs. I can see that. I could see that. So you don't need to use something like Focus. It's not really a DPS spell. It's a utility spell. Okay, generate the runes in the way you want. Reverses order. So then you can do this. So if you got a way to set up what you were doing, you can just keep spamming that dodecahedron thing. And then you can use Rune Bolt to keep generating it that way. Okay. So will that be better than what I've been doing with Fireball? Because right now Fireball's been doing like some pretty decent damage. But I probably wouldn't mind having a ton of points in Runic Invocation. Because I have a few... Let's... Runic. Okay, so I have like a +3 to Runic Invocation. Is theory crafting and building on your own satisfying in this game? I would say yes. I'm not as familiar with this class, so having guys like Niche stop by and drop some wisdom is pretty useful, and I appreciate it. I find the theory crafting in this game very, very satisfying. Like that Void Knight build I was doing, I came up with that one on my own, and I was very proud of that. Okay, so fundamental criterion. We can get a +3 to Runic Invocation that way. And then we got the box of Hydrate. We got a 3 LP, +1 to Runic Invocation. It's complex enough to be interesting, but not impossible enough to need something like Path of Building. Is that like a website? Hydrahedron area. Oh, okay, okay. So if I wanted to use Hydrahedron, this would be the thing. This would be the relic to use. If I wanted to go pure fire, I could do this. Yeah, it's definitely accessible, but you'll have to take your time to read it. But once everything starts clicking, it gets very satisfying, Space Trucker. Then what's this? A two-handed staff, which adds an additional +2 to Runic Invocation. This is a +1 to Frost Wall. And then I could use these ones temporarily if I don't want to spend the time to go slam some LP on them. Oh. So I can do an entire Runic Invocation build that's focused around Hydrahedron, drop Fireball, completely drop Fireball, and pump it all into here using these items. That there's a character build planner on lastepochtools.com that can help you assemble stuff for theory crafting, but it doesn't calculate everything for you like POB does. I see. Kind of crazy that January is almost over. Yeah, we're getting close. So I can use this staff. Get a +2. I can use this box. I got some that's a +2. I don't want to spend the time to slam some legendary on there. I can use this that gives me a +3. Is that just a flat roll or did I get lucky? I got lucky. Oh, I got lucky with this one. No LP though. This one has LP. Then I can use this for a +3. So +3, +2, +2. That's a +7. Hmm. 39% of mana spent as ward, 22% ward retention. So, yeah. Interesting. So I could possibly use this. Okay. I'm starting to think here. Let's just get back to clearing some monoliths. What are we lacking on right now? We're lacking on physical and necrotic. Necrotic resistance. Necrotic resistance. Oh, let's do a physical. I might not have any more physical. I might be tapped out on physical. So I got that. Okay, so what's that put me at? Yeah, we're nearly capped now. Armor's pretty low. Alright, well, let's get back out there, try some more. Just get some levels. That's an awkward interaction. Probably gonna need some chess pieces. We could take that one. Okay, let's set up the loot filter to just get rid of the yellows. Let's go ahead and add so I can I can lose some cold resistance right there. Let's see if we can't. See if we can't change it, because this will give us 70% armor. Damage reflected. Let's lightning critical strike multiplier. There we go. We're a lightning build. Ward per second. Then let's see what we can add here. We can add mana, vitality. It'll probably be better just to add intelligence, right? Well, there we go. But we can just use that for right now. And then with that 14%, bam, we are Gucci. Now we did lose one in Fireball, but I can live without that. +1 to Fireball. There's a character build planner. Oh, okay, I already read that. 31% critical strike multiplier. That'll be fun. Okay, so I feel like we got our armor set. We got 6% more health. We got some more health out of it. Let me go back to the build planner. Have it show catalysts. Catalysts. All classes. Add another one. Yeah, I don't care at this point. I just need a better rarity. Rare, exalted, unique, or set. Add. Do I care what kind of condition? I just need a new catalyst. Emphasize. Recolor. We'll make it green. All right, there we go. There we go. We found one. Cast speed, damage over time, freeze rate multiplier, lightning resistance. Well, that's something. Plus, this archetype gives us ward per second. We would lose a hefty amount of resistance, though. Okay. Break that down. Okay, I can get a ton of necrotic resistance out of these boots. Only thing I would be losing is movement speed. But I can add movement speed. 11% movement speed. So we're looking at a 21% movement speed buff. We currently got a 30 something with this. But now we got dodge rating, vitality, more elemental resistance. Does that mean we can? Yeah, we can drop that belt. So do I got a better belt? What is this, Pebbles? No. No, not going to be using Shadow Chain. Azrael's, no. Oh, I'd love to use this belt, but we got to be level 60. 17% increased health. That can go a long way. Oh, here we go. You know what could get wild with this belt? Let's add a point there. No, let's make sure. Okay, what am I gonna want on this? Probably lightning damage. Isidora's. Oh, okay, Isidora's. I don't know if I have that. Elemental damage over time, extra potion slot, and health. We could put like some mana regen on here. Well, let's just do lightning damage. Oh, I can't level it up anymore. Still. Nice. Isadora's. Maybe you saw me have that. Maybe that's why. Right, Isadora's Revenge. You said there's a belt part of this set. Why have I never found the belt? You know what? Honestly, there probably just came a point where I just quit picking up set items. Okay, so get the belt. I could farm for that, like in the belt timeline. Okay. Yeah, Isadora's. Unfortunate that belt is in-game worthy. Okay. No. I will definitely look for that. Thanks, Niche. I will definitely look for that. Okay, so we got some more health. So good. We're over 1,000 health now. We got mana regen, void resistance, and elemental resistance on the ring. And we got mana regen, elemental damage. Throw that in there. All right, let's try this out. Oh, I never saved it. I was like, wait, we shouldn't be seeing that. We're only looking for catalysts. Now you need cough rank 9. Yeah, that's right. I need cough rank 9. I need the whole set. Can't happen soon. Can't happen fast enough. Okay. What's your favorite thing about Last Epoch? What is my favorite thing about Last Epoch? I think I know what it is, and it's a very personal reason why it's my favorite thing about Last Epoch. It's also why I like Diablo 3 so much. It's the end game right here. It's the monolith progression, because I may not have a lot of time, but I can hop on and I can just knock out some echoes. I can put on some chill music and just relax, clear a few echoes, and I feel like I progressed. I feel like I did something. Kind of like getting on, running Diablo 3, knock out a few greater rifts, you're good. But that's a very personal thing. And it's not even anything about the game itself. I would say my next favorite thing about the game would be the skill trees right here. Just sitting here thinking, okay, if I take this, but wait, if I combine it with this node, which interacts with that node, and I'm looking at random nodes, so don't worry. You're not like, hey, that makes no sense. But I'd be like, yeah, okay, so we can get a base criticals. But wait, if I use this ability, well, this ability's up. With this node right here, I can go over to this node, slam this down. That's going to increase our damage by 300%. Oh, I got to try this out. That's probably my next favorite thing about it. But yeah, my favorite thing about the game is the gameplay loop. That's super fair. Yeah, skill trees look insane. So excited to get deep into it. You're going to love it, man. Lightning penetration with... I mean, right now, we're getting a ton of crit because of this. We got our armor up a little bit. Yo, hey, what up, Mesh? How you doing today? that lightning wall is very satisfying. Oh, we're getting a few frame hits. It was a little bit thick, but we took them down. So I don't really know why. I mean, the cooldown recovery could work really well for which is stream plan from now until February 21st. So yeah. So my stream schedule typically, since I work full time, is 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific, Monday through Thursday. But what I've been doing lately is I've just been getting on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and streaming when I can. You know, a lot of the time I'm catching up. I'm doing some chores, trying to get some stuff taken. But I've been trying to just make myself available every day to answer questions. When we get to the 21st, I've taken 2 weeks off. Starting on the 19th. So I'll be able to have some nice long streams leading up to the and I'm off on the weekend. So technically starting on what would that be, the 17th? I can get some really nice long streams leading up to the release of Last Epoch, and then I will just be going ham and cheese for those first 2 weeks. Just yeah, 2 weeks. I took 2 weeks off, man. You think that's not enough time? Or you think that's overkill? Hell yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to be here. I wanted to be available, stream, make content for YouTube. A few days maybe. You know what? Normally, Niche, I would agree with you on that. I took time off for Diablo 4 was a bit of a mistake. I took 3 days off for Diablo 4, and yeah, I agree. I kind of felt weird. The thing with me, though, since I work for the military, and I've worked for the military as long as I have, I accrue a lot of leave per paycheck, and half of last year, I had one of my guys out because his wife had a baby, and the baby was born premature. So not only did he get his, it wasn't half, but about 3.5 months he was gone. And we're a 3-man team. 2 people can run it, but you got to be working like pretty consistently in the kitchen. It's really difficult to take time off when there's just the 2 of you. So I've accrued so much leave this year. Now that I'm into this year, I got to actually start using it, or at the end of this year, I'm going to have to say goodbye to it, because the military's got this thing called use or lose. If you don't use it by the end of this year, you'll lose it. So I already got all this time off anyway. I could have taken a month off if I wanted to. Now, I didn't want to be away from my guys that long. Yeah, it makes sense if you have a lot. Yeah, I got to burn it off somehow. So I'm like, what better way to start it off by burning 2 weeks off for the release of the game? But believe me, I'm gonna have to burn way more off. I got like 150 200 hours of use or lose. The cap starts at 230 hours. So by the end of this year, and I gain about 150 hours a year, right? Yeah, I gotta burn it. And I figured, the day of, there's going to be a ton of streamers, and there will definitely be a lot of knowledgeable guys out there, Perry the Pig, Curse BG, Captain P67. There's going to be a bunch of people streaming the game who know what's going on, but I also want to add myself to the mix, because we also know there's going to be a ton of people who have no idea what's going on. And if you yourself are brand new as well, and you're coming to Twitch looking for answers, and you're jumping through these streams, because we already know there's going to be a ton of people streaming it, you're probably going to get a ton of, I don't know, this is my first time playing it, this game's cool. So if I'm here, I can, handle some of those questions. That way it's not just everybody's getting funneled to like the 20 people who knows what's going on. They can also stop on my stream and I can answer some questions for them, because some of those guys, they know exactly what to do, but especially for a new game launch like this, their chat is just so full, and you're trying to ask a question and their chat's flying by super fast, and they're trying to answer as fast as possible. I mean, good for them. Like, honestly, good for them. I'm glad that's happening. But sometimes it helps to just find somebody who doesn't quite have as many people in their stream, and they can do what I'm doing now. Just stop, kind of put on hold, be like, yo, Space Trucker 123, let me go ahead and answer that question for you and break it down. Also helps when you got guys like Niche who stop by and they help answer some of the questions for you. Appreciate it, Niche. Yeah, like I'm doing for you right now.
That's right.
You think you'll play PoE 2 when it comes out? I heard it's going to be a lot more newbie friendly to the Path of Exile style. So yeah, if I can get into that beta, I mean, if it's going to be an open beta, then yeah, for sure, I'll fire it up. If it's going to have to be a beta that I'm going to have to sign up for, I don't feel like my stream and my following is going to carry much weight because I don't really stream Path of Exile. Yeah, so if it's going to be a closed beta that people could stream for a little bit, there's probably better people out there than me for that. But if it's going to be an open beta, yeah, I'll just jump in. The only game I'm hyped for as much as LE is Path of Exile 2. Yeah, it's gonna be good, man. The graphics look absolutely phenomenal. They look beautiful. I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'd like to jump in. How you liking the Runemaster today? I'm liking it better than I was yesterday. Yeah, I think you might have been here, Trox. I apologize. I was being a big baby yesterday. I am not used to playing classes that don't have Paladin or Void Knight in the name. So, I mean, I guess Druid. I like Druid a lot. I also liked Necromancer a decent amount. But yeah, I even said at the end of the stream yesterday, I'm not playing Runemaster anymore. And then I woke up today, I'm like, no. What was I thinking? No, let's play some Runemaster. Come on. And so yeah, it took some time, kind of read over some of the skills, saw some of my mistakes, and then, you know, guys like Air Dragon and Niche jumped in here, and Merkware. They were able to give me a few tips, a few pointers. Is the Druid a good tank? It can be, for sure. Werebear form. Glad to hear you having more fun with it. Oh yeah, you're here yesterday, Dank Honey, as well. Yeah. I created a mental block for myself. And it wasn't the class, it was me. Like, the class is good. It was me personally. Just finished the campaign for the first time. Excited to start on endgame. Oh, sweet. Yeah. I got to So I've obviously already completed the campaign before, so I got to the point where I had all my idle slots and passive points, and I jumped into monoliths. You had 0 physical resistance? Yeah. Getting into chapter 8, was it chapter 8 or chapter 7? You know, Centaur Moose Man. Getting into that part of the game, I had 0 physical resistance as well. And that first part where you spawn in after getting to the Divine Era. Is it the Divine Era? Yeah. When you get here, like, so you start here and then you jump over here and then you work your way back. And then eventually you wind back up in the Divine Era in the campaign. When you first get here, there's like all those skeletons and everything. They all do physical resistance, and I had 0 physical resistance. So they were just looking at me, smiling, and I died. Okay, 124 armor for a helmet. I mean, unfortunately, I do need Peak of the Mountain right now. Chapter 9 was a big spike in difficulty. I had almost no resistance for anything, and I fixed most of that through the chapter. Yeah, I think it's it's supposed to be a bit of a skill check to make sure when you get to monoliths, you're not just... you're not just a heaping pile of flesh on the ground. So I got an LP1. I thought I had an LP3. There it is. Yeah, I do have an LP3 version. A Peak of the Mountain. What's the max? 290. Honestly, I don't really use Peak of the Mountain that much for any of my Sentinel builds because I definitely need the Leech. Whereas I don't feel like I need the Leech as much. Mage is often less a mix of abilities like Paladin or Rogue and more optimizing a single spell, so you need to work on a plan for that spell. Need to figure out mana sustain and damage scaling. Yeah, I was hoping it could be Fireball. Because yeah, I was hoping it could be Fireball because of this. I have an LP3 Pair of Lith's Machinations. I was hoping I can use this and just spam Fireball everywhere and keep it nice and simple, but especially playing Runemaster, I got all this runic gear. So if I can buff the ever-living snot out of Runic Invocation and do like what you were recommending with the Hydrahegion, I could definitely see myself using that, like with Rune Bolt, and then having like a +7 in Runic Invocation. Try Ember's Node. Okay, for sure. Oh, whoops. Okay, so instead of... So I was trying this, and I felt like... Well, you know what? It might be better now. It might be better now. Let's try it. It fires in a sequence, and you can just absolutely smack somebody, right? And then we can gain extra projectiles that way. Yeah, let's try that. Elemental penetration with damage over time. Fireball only hits with one ball normally, but Embers lets all projectiles hit. So you can really just burn one guy down, right? I was liking the sort of shotgun blast, but you can't hit everybody with that. Yeah, that definitely kills a lot better. And then if I need to hit people with any sort of AoE. Oh. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I was like, where is he? Armor while channeling. How'd that feel? Well, it fired slower, and I felt like I couldn't hit as many enemies. But the enemies I was hitting, I was definitely doing bigger damage to. I think I can replace some of the utility I was getting with the sort of wide wave by using the frost wall. Since it's doing lightning damage, that can sit on top of them, do the shock chance, and then I can sort of like go around and pick and choose which enemies I hit with the embers, and really kind of burn them down because the shock has built up on them by that point, and their lightning resistance is lower. Fireball can definitely be challenging to build into late game. I've only seen one really good build, and it's a very high skill level build, and I would never want to play. It uses the lightning embers style you are using right now. Oh, okay, so it's similar to what I'm doing, and you're saying it's a high level sort of build. Definitely feels like if you hit or I felt like there's a few times I could do like a little stutter step, kind of get them to kind of go out kind of like a slight diagonal, but I'm not able to repeat that with any sort of regularity. There we go, that's the word. Yeah, I'll probably just end up dropping Fireball. It uses Reno to fill the gap of defense and offense, making different combos on the fly. Oh, okay. And honestly, they're probably not doing full lightning like I'm doing right now, because I'm using the gloves to do lightning, and then it can definitely do some big damage when it sits on top of an enemy with a frost wall. I got my crit chance with it almost 100%. Which is tough to do. Yeah, it was pretty difficult. What is the skill with? Lightning, spell, intelligence. If you're interested in a different path, I can help you get into a good combo style build that's simple to play. Yeah, Niche, let me add you to the list of people who can post links in my chat. You've been here before. I've seen you in other chats. You're a good dude. Plus, you were here in the early days when I was doing like Warpath, and you were like, "Yo, bro, you need some help." Yeah, I got a list of people who. So, if you are a subscriber, you can post links in the chat. But there's also a list of people I trust that I will give that an option to. And honestly, the subscribers get it for now until somebody starts to abuse it. Now that I've said it, somebody's going to abuse it. Okay, so. Mod tools, user management, add regular, niche, confirm. All right. Yeah, that Warpath was pretty off. It was pretty awful. Okay, Niche, you can now post links in my chat. I think the main problem with Paladin Warpath, though, is it just requires, like, a good number of uniques and high rolled exalteds to really, like, pump out that damage. And I didn't have it. It's kind of a shame because it's a fun play style, but I feel like even with all the right gear and every point put in the right place, it can still lag behind some other builds. Because I redid it again last week. So this is an old sorcerer build that I moved to Runemaster for defense. Let's check it out. Celestial Raiment. Critical strike multiplier, freeze rate multiplier, modifiers. Lightning critical strike, increased spell critical strike chance. Foot of the Mountain. I do have a pair of those. I could probably use that. Honestly, yeah, I can use Foot of the Mountain now. What am I doing wasting time with that? Twisted Heart of Ukeros. 12 to 20% increased health. Current health converted to ward when you directly cast a necrotic spell. Converted when you use an elemental spell. Let's go. There we go. Yeah, okay. I got one of these on my Necromancer who's currently SSF, but I can drop her out of that. The Crystal Skull. Alright. And you use a wand. Dragonhorn wand. Let me add that to niche recommend. Cast speed, Lightning damage, lightning damage. Class Runemaster. Let's look at the skills. You're looking at Lightning Blast, Flame Ward, Static Orb, Glyph of Domination, Flame Rush. Okay. +4 to Lightning Blast. That would probably be... I could eventually find that. Lightning damage on the belt. Mana regen. Okay. I got that saved in my builds. What time is it? 6. All right, Edge should be done. Yeah, Space Trucker, it's a bit of a loaded question. It depends on everybody. There's people who specialize and get into the end game as fast as possible. Yeah, I did that with Necromancer. I ended at level 94. I made it to 200-300 corruption. I think I played Necromancer for a week, about 3 hours a night. Do you think I'll be enjoying this game a lot? I don't know you, Dank Honey. You've come by here before, and you seem like a pretty cool person, and you seem like you and I might have similar interests. If that's the case, then yes, you'll enjoy this game a lot. Going off of how much I enjoy it, I will say doing the monoliths, that is a large part of the end game grind. Is just working your way through the monolith timelines and then getting to empowered. That's when it gets really fun. Yeah, I'd say 2 to 3 weeks. Because when I was doing Necromancer, that was like my third character. I already had a bunch of stuff already in my inventory. So for your first character, 2 to 3 weeks playing, 3 to 4 hours a day. Maybe less, depends. You might get the perfect gear drops and you have a really nice build ready to go. Let's go check over on YouTube. All right, sweet. I like grinds if they're rewarding, and it seems like it is. It's very rewarding, and it gets even more rewarding in the empowered monoliths for sure. You'll start finding some really good pieces of gear. Oh, I'm pretty much done with this timeline. I just gotta go kill the boss. Well, I gotta go do the quest, but is the end game infinite? Yeah, pretty much. I don't know if there's a limit to corruption. I think the dev said it was infinite, but I don't know if he was just speaking off the cuff. I know people. I know of people. I don't know people, but I know of people who have pushed into 2,000, maybe even 3,000 corruption. The highest I've gone is 500, and then when I played with somebody, we did like 750. And assuming he's on right now, Captain P67, he's been clearing like 300 corruption plus. I mean, with his Runemaster build. Okay, so there's about 100 hours to get to a point where a character is in deep in-game. I would say so, yeah. Probably less. Probably less. I know of somebody who played almost 100 hours and barely made it to Empowered Corruption because they were just super taking their time with everything. Super taking their time. Yeah. Picking and choosing. They were going around full clearing everything. First time through in-game will take a while. Yeah, so 100 hours is probably a good point. That would be like me. I was enjoying the journey. Yeah. The guy I was referencing, Air Dragon, though, like, he was going through in full clearing each monolith, and he was getting bodied. He's a good guy, though. Shout out to well, I'm not gonna say his name. 4-ish hours to go through the campaign, and I full cleared every map. Okay. I think first time I played through the campaign, I got through it in less than 10 hours. I was playing Paladin, and Paladin they can stack a lot of resistances just off of their skill tree and Holy Aura. So I didn't have to spend a lot of time sitting there in the crafting menu. W has energy. That's right. Yeah. So guys, we've recently partnered with Dubby. They've given me a link. It is currently in the Twitch chat right now. If you're over on YouTube, it's in the description. It gives you 10% off your purchase. They're a powdered energy drink brand. Sugar-free, no maltodextrin. Currently, no artificial colors. I don't think they have any plans to add artificial colors. And it tastes great. I like it a lot. The caffeine is sourced from coffee. It doesn't have a coffee taste. It's sourced from like coffee fruit. I've been drinking it during this stream. I'm trying to slow down though, because it's close to 6:30 here, and I got to be up in the morning. So I took my last sip just a little bit ago. I enjoyed it a lot. If that interests you, you can use the link and get 10% off your purchase. Thank you very much to Dubby. Yeah, I did a ton of crafting going through the campaign to learn the system, respec so many times. I like to poke and prod at everything, try everything out. Yeah. That's a beautiful thing about the game. I was kind of the opposite. I was rush. I got to that point, and when you get to Centaur Moose Man, I was just getting bodied. And somebody in chat is like, let me look at your resistances. Oh, Lord. Who has the time for sleep? take that node, and we'll take that node. Haste all resistances. Focus grants health regeneration while channeled. That could be cool. Well, that's what we're using it. We're using it for the mana regen, so we'll take that. I don't know about that. Oh, that's cool. Only died once in phase 2 to the last boss. Nice. I died several times to the chapter 8 boss until I figured out a good place to stand and avoid his beam that was one-shotting you. Yeah, Lagon. Most people get to Lagon and they think they're at the end of the game because he feels like an in-game boss. He's pretty overtuned. I think he's the only campaign boss I've actually seen guides written for on how to beat him. Everybody else is just like kill the boss. Is last Epoch a hard game? I would say no. Starting off not super hardcore. Hey, what up, Sir Smoky Fire? Thank you for the follow. I'd say no, but it can become pretty difficult if you're in the in-game pushing the corruption really hard. But obviously, it's going to depend on your skill as a player, if you're familiar with action RPGs, that sort of thing. If you never played an action RPG before, it might actually be kind of difficult for you. See, like, Dank Honey Oil, that's a new addition. He used to not have that. It used to be you had to attack his face. He didn't have the tentacles. And so when I fought him, I was playing a melee build. I was like, what? And then he would activate, like, his eye cannon. You'd have to, like, read, like, you'd have to know when he was about to use it and run out the way. It was pretty interesting. Yikes. Yeah, we can do that. I meant the vines that block the zone in through the left side. There's a spot you can stand and completely avoid the beam. Oh, okay. You can face Sega's attacks. Okay. Yeah. But you know what? I got a pair of these. Oh, right. I was getting a huge amount of my necrotic resistance out of this. Yikes. Yikes. Absolute yikes. I want to use Mountain Feet, but might have to save that for later. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that in your build planner you sent me. I think that would be good to use when I transition. I'll probably check that one out and transition over at some point. I think for right now, we got to keep our current set of boots until we can figure out a way to get necrotic resistance. I could go back to, like, so right now we're getting health, mana regen, lightning damage out of this belt. We could go back to using Chain of Olros. Yeah, okay. Oh, let's just try this. Plus, they'll give us some endurance. Yeah, let's... Oh, can I show the wand again? Yeah, it needs to be upgraded, but... Oh, looking at options for me? Thanks, man. Mountain feet made an ear warm? Yeah, I keep calling it mountain feet now, Air Dragon, just because ever since you called it mountain feet. Oh, I could definitely feel not having that added lightning damage, but... It's so much easier to remember, yeah. Yeah, it looks like I got a memory leak going on. 29 frames, yeah. Memory leak. To 25 frames? This is ridiculous. Twisted Heart of Akiros, kind of useless. What? Like, who was it? I know you enjoyed the lightning fireballs, but I think you would do better currently by going back to fire using either Cinder Song Wand or Firestarter's Torch and Avarice Gloves. Better on mana, gives you Leech, also gives you AoE via Spreading Flames. Yeah, it'd probably be better all around. This is just, I found it unique. I wanted to try it out. Let's see. All right, let's do a let's restart the game. I'm pretty sure I have either of those uniques too. I'm pretty sure I have all of those uniques you mentioned. Right. I know what you mean. Plus, if I go back to regular Fireball, that means I can easily set up the I could easily set up the combo Air Dragon was talking about, the Hydrahedron. Alright, let's look. Cinder Song. We got that one. +2 to projectiles for Fireball. Nice. And then Fire Starter. So we have both. Well, I got a pair of gloves I would want to use. I could probably use Swaddling. Avarice. Yeah, but is that going to conflict with Peak of the Mountain? I mean, I guess without Peak of the... Because this is why we've had near 100% crit with Fireballs, is because Peak of the Mountain. Leech rate, elemental damage, leech his health. In my opinion, Peak is kind of weird on Mage, but I guess. Let's see. We could try out a couple different things. Critical Strike. Ward. This would also give me cast speed. Can I edit these? Dexterity. Because this could just be a good elemental. This can be a good boost here. Cast speed. We found it. All right. There we go. All right. Now we're cooking. We can remove a point there, stop respecking. 10% cast speed. Get our base crit chance up. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Cast speed met. No. We got our gloves. Okay, let's leave that there for now. Okay, yeah, just stand there and go to really get the full effect, let it build up. Because I use these a ton on Hammered In, you know. I would just teleport in. You know, Thor, God of Thunder. Yeah, that's where these boots came from, the good old Hammered In days. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to stand there to get the full effect of the mana cost reduction. So should we keep Frostwall as a lightning spell? Yeah, because I got lightning critical strike multiplier there. So what happens to all your items when game comes out? All of these characters that we're playing, give that a shot, see how it feels. Yeah, thanks, Nish. I'll give it a try. Space Trucker, what happens to all your items when full game comes out? All the items are going to stay there, but all of these characters are going to become what's known as legacy characters. They're going to enter the legacy realm, and it'll be like the Eternal Realm from Diablo. So you'll still be able to play them. You just won't be in the cycle, which is also their version of seasons or leagues, depending on what how you see it. Yeah, so don't worry about like playing the game right now thinking everything's going to get deleted. You'll still be able to play it, but if you want to play in the new season, league, cycle, whatever you want to call it, you'll have to be you'll have to start fresh. Well, what better place to try it than the boss? As far as I know, there's nothing special about the cycle, so I'm playing Legacy at 1.0. That makes sense. I want to do it for the leaderboard refresh. I actually want to have a chance to get onto the arena leaderboards, because right now you got builds that were nerfed that are currently. Oh. You got builds that were nerfed currently on top of the leaderboard there in the arena. Yeah, they will be the exact same content-wise. That is correct. So there's not a ton of reasons to restart the first one. These are not great choices. I guess I could take the XP buff since we're still leveling. Adorned idols, that could be interesting. Rune drop rate. Because I feel like this XP buff is nothing really to write home about. We can go for the adorned idols or the runes. I don't have a lot of idols for the mage, so honestly, an increased adorned idol drop rate, plus what's the range on your low? Rune drop rate. I already got a ton of runes though. Being a XP is nice. Okay, all right. So now this will be a test, because obviously that was a boss, so it wasn't a very perfect apples to apples comparison. Only go idle if you need that specific idol for your build. Understood. There we go. We got ourselves a scepter. Let's get all these enemies to gather up before we can just... Yeah, a little bit smoother. Also, all these enemies are level 62. I just hit level 58. So I think it's working out pretty good. I'm glad, Space Trucker. I'm glad. I like to keep it chill, especially on the weekdays, because I've worked all day. I don't want to come back here and deal in drama. I don't want to, like, I listen to chill music. I just like to kick back, like to have good conversations with you guys. I don't want to just sit here and rage or complain or anything. I just like to keep it nice and chill. So yeah, Peak of the Mountain. This did help us a lot. I think it needs to go away now. And honestly, we got this helmet. Plus, we can add some fire resistance. Do we even? No, we're good off of that. Let's see. What do we need more? Necrotic? Well, we're about to get that with the vitality. Let's just chaos it. See what we get. Necrotic. Oh, necrotic would be good because we can get rid of that belt. See if we can't add some intelligence. Let's see what else can we get. Yeah. Yeah. It was good. Chance to gain 20 mana when you directly cast Rune Bolt or Fireball. I don't think mana is really a problem anymore. We can get levels of Runic Invocation. I mean, mana might become a problem if... mana may become a problem if we... What am I trying to say? Mana might become a problem if we stop using focus. But this is a chance to gain mana. Right now, I think let's just get some intelligence on there. Plus, I got plenty of that. I only had 3 of the other one. Okay. I think this is a decent craft right here. Okay, well that sucks, but how are we doing with everything else? We're doing good on poison. What do I have on here? I have a ton of Let's get rid of void. Get rid of poison. Physical, we need that. We can get rid of this void. Okay, let's see if we can't get necrotic. Uh, 4% increased health, 3.8% overkill damage leeches health, leech rate, 100% critical strike avoidance. I mean, honestly, we could probably just use woven flesh for now. Hey, Niche, you think woven flesh is a good sort of middle ground? Because I'm not using this. I mean, I'm getting some elemental resistance, but I don't really need that. I can go Avarice or I can go Woven Flesh, and it gives me the added bonus to critical strike avoidance. Plus, they give me a fat armor boost. Let's try it. Health. Okay, let's throw all Avarice to solid. I use the upgraded ones. Burning Avarice on the Lightning Blast build. Got it. Yeah. I feel like I got a good pair of gloves right now, but I don't have a solid pair. I don't have really solid armor. What about Prism? I do have Prism Wraps. 30% less elemental damage taken, increase elemental damage, critical strike chance, and it includes leech. Let's try Woven Flesh. Yeah, okay. And then we're able to use this belt again. This was generating some ward for us, though. Okay, so we're not doing so well in the ward department anymore. That chest piece was actually generating a lot of ward. I got 140% ward retention. Oh yeah, because they count as a minion. Good for him. Good for him. 2 LP cleaver solution with melee physical, melee attack. %24% chance to crit with fireball. You can't use it yet, but do you have a twisted heart? Do I have a... I don't think I have a twisted heart. Oh, yeah, I got one. Yep. Oh, we're going to have a lot of fun with this one. Oh, we are going to have a ton of fun with this one. Hopefully I can figure out... It's not too bad. 34 mana, 31% of mana gain is ward. That will solve ward issues. Yeah, it will. We just got to get my cast speed up. So if I could get a nice juicy tier 6 or tier 7 cast speed on this Cinder Psalm, let's go. Cast speed and more leech, yeah. Yeah, I get it, because I'm going to have to eventually move off of Woven Flesh. Gonna have to eventually move past Woven Flesh. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and call it right there. Let's go ahead and raid Chuckles. Thank you so much everybody today for everything. Thank you for all the follows. Thank you for Chatterboxy dropping that 10 bomb, that 10 gifted bomb. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. Niche, great hanging out with you. I will be back again tomorrow, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, hope you guys all have a good one. We're going to go ahead and raid Chuckles. All right, peace out, Twitch. All right, YouTube, there's no one there. So anyway, you guys take care. Thank you so much for everything. You guys take care. Cheers.